Boom. We're live on the Kenai Peninsula in Alaska. Cheers, Dan. It was fun.
Definitely.
We got a long way to go. 3 people watching already. We'll let you guys come in. We got Dan over here. I'll show you. He's editing. Dan's editing. We have no idea where my son disappeared to, but he has an uncanny ability to know when live streams are starting. Can you hear us? This is, I think we're on some sort of satellite internet at an Airbnb on the Kenai River. On the Kenai River. It was an event today. Heck yeah. This is where we're staying.
Here's where we're staying right here.
Heck yeah. The sauna works. What's the most surprising thing about Alaska so far for you? Like, that we would be better prepared for next time? I mean, we really only fished, what, 1 day so far? We've been here 1 day. Chris, you can hear us.
I probably need to do a little bit more e-scouting using Hunt on X
Oh,
to find
fishing spots.
fishing spots that aren't super accessible to everybody. Because you saw today how they call it combat fishing when you have an ounce and a half of lead coming back at your head because it came out of the fish.
Oh, yeah.
And hit Danny's GoPro on his chest.
Yeah. Did you find that footage? Because that's some of the best footage.
Upload that.
All right, we got Richard on, and we wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Richard at Northern Eagle. Sweet extractions. So you guys can hear us. We checked upload earlier today, and it was pretty good. The upload speed. 13 of you. So it is. What time is it here? It's 5. It's 4.
Well, it's 4. It's 40. No, it's 5. It's 5:05 here.
Okay.
Your computer shows what time it is at home.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to do it 9 Eastern. Hey, George. George, we were driving in the Kenai when you guys were live yesterday for your like sawmillers, whatever that thing's called. But yeah, daylight. It will look like this at 10:30 tonight. It's wild. Like, it doesn't get dark at night really. About 11 o'clock, maybe midnight. There's only like 4 hours of darkness. So biggest surprise for me is the mosquitoes. They don't tell you that they have pterodactyls in Alaska. You need to be prepared. You guys just killed one that you thought was a spider.
Oh, well, I could see it from across the room on the wall. That it came. It landed on me, and it woke me up when it landed. Not when it was biting, because it was so big.
We need to borrow Danny for a second when he gets a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come over here and
Yeah, I can squeeze it in.
squeeze in, and then I can only tell you the punchline. The punchline is we've been getting along so well, which actually made a lot of sense. Yeah, grab that chair. So when you're in Alaska, everybody carries, like at Walmart, like openly, because
The bears.
bears, you could die. And moose, I don't know. I mean, a moose could charge you.
Well, we heard a story from Richard yesterday how his neighbor got mauled and had to shoot a grizzly,
Yeah, like right in his
like
neck.
right around the corner from his house.
Yeah.
So to set the stage, I brought a couple of cordless hole punchers to Alaska just in case some bears needed some holes punched. And I was carrying one of my cordless hole punchers and Danny was carrying the other. And we're landing fish. Mine is in a holder on its chest in case, there's paper that I need nearby that immediately needs a hole punched in it. Danny had a makeshift case for his, and we were standing in the water. And I'll let Danny finish.
So my
my holster for my cordless hole puncher is for a belt. So I had a belt going around my waders, which that prevents water coming down my waders and me flipping upside down in case I were to take on water. So I have the belt around my waders, and I have it clipped to that well, and it was clipped appropriately. And as I lifted my leg, stepping up the bank that we were fishing at, I must have loosened it a little bit. And then when I turned back, when took a step into the water, it just fell right off of the belt and fell right in the water. So,
And then,
as I told my dad immediately before
because we've been traveling for 10 days,
Yes.
and actually, we've all gotten along really well because Jonathan mostly sleeps and I can't tease him too much.
But what I said is that before my dad realized that the gun fell off, or the
cordless hole puncher
fell off into the water, I turned to my dad and I said, "Don't get mad. Don't get mad. We've been getting along really good. We haven't argued about anything the whole trip." And it was an unfortunate circumstance for that to happen.
But in the big scheme of things, as I become the father of 20-year-old plus children, a little bit of oil, some cleaning, and the cordless hole puncher will be back to new. Danny was right. The type of holder that it has isn't intended to be jostled like that. So it's an honest mistake. Could have happened to anybody.
And it's kind of felt like a plastic.
Yeah, well, it's metal.
Is it really?
Yeah, the clip on it it's metal.
I got you.
But again, ask this same situation when it happened 5 years ago, they probably would have still heard me hollering on the riverbank all up and down the river. So
before I get to Dwayne's comments, we'll back up and kind of tell you our trip. Dan and Dan. So this is Dan. This is Dan's son. So this is Dan's son. So Danny, Dan's son. And today we put an episode out that was your first episode.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Vermont for the open houses, looking for places to fish and potentially hunt for birds.
mm-hmm.
And what else? Yeah, that came out today, and it's doing really well. And I said, "Hey, how did we end up out here in Alaska?" It was we had stuff to do, so we actually delivered a timber frame sugar house that we made in the summer with Middlefield Custom Sawmill. What was last summer? About a year ago, 9 months ago. Two guys timber framing. We did it at the Paul Bunyan Show. We'll be there at the Paul Bunyan Show again this year. I'm not sure exactly what Dan from Two Guys has planned, but we're going to make something. We have 3 booths this year, which is kind of cool. We'll be sharing a booth with Woodland Mills, Two Guys timber framing. But I said, "Hey, we got to take this timber frame out to Washington State." And then we also packed up some tubing, and we met Brad Gillen from Lapierre at the airport, picked him up. We actually he took an Uber to the show. So we had a food show to do in Tacoma. Then Richard flew in from Alaska, and then we all assembled the timber frame. When was that? It felt like yesterday.
That was
Wednesday
Yeah,
of last week.
yeah, it was hot, and I'm still sore.
95 degrees for
Yeah.
up Washington. That's hot.
So one of our things that we're planning on doing is picking up some species of lumber to take back and mill that aren't, what do you call it, native
We're coming.
or common. So getting back to Dwayne's comments. So Dwayne Hill says, "Nate, there is a maple producer that owns a resort at the lower end of the Kenai Peninsula. His name is Justin Hildendorf." Where's he from, Dwayne? we're on the Kenai Peninsula right now.
Mhm.
We're staying in a town called Soldotna because that is where Richard lives. And we were able to borrow his truck for a while, which is awesome because it was like $6,500. So, Hunter, where's he from? Hunter,
Alaska.
Hunter, New York. Okay, he's from New York. Is he from Hunter, New York? I don't know, but I can tell you, I can see the appeal.
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of buying, if I was ever to buy a piece of property, it would be here versus I'm never going to buy anything in Florida. This is way cooler. And you can't describe it.
Right, because when we saw moose just getting out of the
So the
city,
airport, yeah.
Yeah.
and the mountains are just enormous, and we're just seeing a tiny sliver of Alaska.
Right. So anybody who tries to describe it, you can't. Oh, sweet. So he is a maple producer. Hey, we may have to come back.
Next July.
Yeah,
Late July.
we might. We are actually here at the peak. So explain what we're doing. We're salmon fishing, salmon catching.
Salmon catching. So each individual river is managed separately with different limits because the salmon, when they're born in these rivers, their natal river, that it has a certain smell to it that they all go back to the same river.
It's like 5-7 years later.
I think the sockeyes, the red salmon that we're catching, are 4 years old coming up. Some are 2 or 3. King salmon are 7. But they actually have electronic fish counters that count the number of fish. And just today, in fact, were so many the last 2 days, 200,000 in the last 2 days came up the river. They increased the limit. Yesterday, the limit was 3 salmon. Today, it was 6 per person per day.
And it's an interesting, I'm not your everyday fisherman at all, but it's a different style. Like you're not casting and hoping somebody grabs a hook.
Right.
You're casting and then you're pulling that hook through the water and they swim with their mouths open. So you're basically trying to set the hook as what do you call that?
They call it flossing them.
Yeah, because it's going to go right across their mouth, and then you set the hook as you're coming across, and that's how you're catching. They're not eating.
Right. Once they enter the river, they don't eat because when salmon spawn, they die.
And that's the other reason that they increase the number. When
Correct.
it gets to the lake, it's going to be more dead fish. Like it's awful, I guess.
It's like every single fish that's coming and swimming up the river, they're going to end up spawning and dying. So
they just increase the limit so it won't stink so bad at the lake.
Yeah.
There's bears down there just
Having a
good old
having
time.
a good old time. Maybe not as much fun as we had today.
Right. We're going to go see them.
the end of a buffet line, just everything just keeps on coming to them.
Yep. So George asks, don't bears just get mad if you punch a hole in them?
That is true, but at the distances in which that would occur, there is no other option. So we're basically smelling his breath by that time.
Mhm.
And I don't know any Crocodile Dundee stuff that, gets animals to go to sleep. So I do know one way to put them to sleep, and that's with the cordless hole puncher.
All right, what else we got? I'm gonna get a strike against my channel too.
That's all I mean.
Yeah, that's all right.
I've had one.
You have?
Mine, yeah.
Did you say that word?
No.
Another reason? All right. What else, guys? Any questions? So we went to Costco. That was an experience. Just we're at the peak of, what do they call it? The fish
Correct.
spawning, heading upriver. We couldn't have hit it any better. We hit it at the best time.
Literally.
Well, they said the Kenai Peninsula has about 50,000 people on it. This week, there'll be 500,000 people on the Kenai Peninsula. Every room, every campsite, everything is just packed.
Right. I'll take them around, show them the Kenai River, because I think that's cool. Walk them out, see how blue it is. Why is it so blue? It's just no minerals.
No, it's all glacial melt that ultimately feeds the river. And as it's coming down, there's not a lot of topsoil in Alaska. So where those of us that live in the lower 48, when you get runoff, and your rivers might get brown, there's no dirt here. And what you see when you see this bluish turquoise color is that there is like a super fine silt that is coming, that it's picking up.
That's
as
the
it's-
blue.
Not the blue, it's kind of milkyish, the milkier color.
I got you.
Because water itself really doesn't have a color. So when it's clear, it kind of looks bluish, like when you get out in the deep ocean.
So if you guys want to see the Kenai, we'll take you out. Oh yeah, Richard's going. So they're heading out today. So we're gonna bottle syrup tomorrow. Richard luckily is gonna set up tonight a little bit, and we'll finish in the morning. I gotta be at their warehouse at 8 a.m. He's gonna send me the address. You guys can drop me off. Like to see Jonathan get some salmon.
Okay.
So even that bridge, of course, he showed me that, like that path and that bridge. Be cool to see. I didn't think it would be that great, and then I got one. I'm like, I need more. It was fun. So yeah, we are going to bottle syrup tomorrow. We're going to bottle maple syrup here in Alaska tomorrow, which is cool, and we'll make an episode for you guys. So there's going to be lots of episodes out of this trip.
Lots.
Yeah. I mean, even the drive out, I don't know. You guys probably don't want to see South Dakota and North Dakota and all that. Did anything?
The cheap beer.
Yeah. Was there anything interesting on the trip out? I mean, we got a cool new trailer. We bought an aluminum trailer to get stuff out. So that was cool. But really, I think Jacob's going to make that episode either a week from today, it'll launch, or the following week.
I think the only video you could make on the way out there is how to not strap down tubing.
Yes. Yeah.
We did make it there without anything coming off,
Well, other than
But-
straps.
other than
Yeah,
straps.
We lost some straps. We lost some.
Other than the fact that Washington State should not be the evergreen state, it should be the blackberry state.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We found blackberries like you wouldn't believe.
Growing everywhere, side of the road,
Huge.
and they're giant
And they're
blackberries.
sweet. And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
not really seedy.
No, they were dynamite blackberries.
So George asked, when do you set up the timber frame? We did. We said, well, it's up. It's not like sided and roofed and everything, but we're gonna be back out in Seattle in October. Here's the other interesting thing about Alaska. When you get to Seattle, you're only halfway there. Like, it's a long ways. If we were to drive, it would have been, Washington State would have been.
It's 2,000 miles, almost 2,000 miles from Seattle to Anchorage to drive it. That's just like, wow.
George from Middlefield Custom Sawmill just asked, did it all fit together okay?
It did, because when you string a whole bunch of curse words together, it acts like a lubricant to make things fit together.
Oh, I was hot. Like hot.
Hot and hot.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't use the greatest amount of words. Like, I couldn't make words to put sentences
Mm-mm.
together. And
Stick up.
Yeah.
Stick up.
And it would stick
Put
up.
the stick up. That meant when you take the sledgehammer, I wanted the handle up. So when you're pounding the timber down, I just kept saying, and he was like, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm like using the sledgehammer as normal, and he's like, stick up, and I'm like, I didn't know what he was trying to say.
But it actually only took us about 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
It's
that's
just that
30 minutes,
easy, fellas.
It's just that easy.
30 minutes.
No issues.
30 minutes. 30 more
Turned into
minutes. Turn
eight and a
into
half hours.
Turn into 8.5 hours.
Yeah, if I
Yeah,
would have told them
8.5
8.5
hours,
hours, they would have never stayed. But I just kept saying 30 minutes is going to take. Wasn't lying. I just said it's going to take 30 more minutes. And then when that 30 more minutes would
There's
end,
30 more
there's
minutes.
30 more minutes. See how I did that? So the difference between a manager and a leader.
In a way, you're kind of like the government.
Yep. Yeah, Richard was there helping us.
Yep.
Richard had the best line. I wasn't sure we were going to be able to get that off the trailer.
Or the best one, or the next best one was, I'm amazed that somebody didn't die.
Yeah.
That was funny. But Daryl was happy. So it took 3 days to put it together the first time, George, because we actually had to cut it and do all the mortise and tenon. And for some reason, Daryl's concrete guy did not measure correctly on the
Totally his fault.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally his fault.
Definitely
I
concrete.
feel
guys.
really
I mean,
bad.
the fact that he thought that a 10 by 10 concrete slab would have fit a 12 by 12 sugar house. I mean, where did he get the 10 by 10?
It's
slab?
embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's got to be embarrassing for him. So if any of you want to see I'm going to take you to see the Kenai River. Why not? I'm going to walk them out. I don't know if I'll lose signal, but I think you can see it from the window, right?
You could walk them upstairs.
That's true.
That would be a better
Yeah.
option because you're going to be able to see
Just
from the
stay
balcony.
closer.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. All right, stick with me. Stick with me. This is where we're staying. Kind of a cool place. Just got to make sure I don't show the wrong things. And there he is. There he is. It's not a bad little place. So I know you can see the river from here. Can you see it on the screen?
Go out on the balcony.
Yeah, good idea. You can go from your side too,
Yeah.
huh?
Mosquitoes trying to get in, chewing holes through the screen.
I heard him trying to lift the tin off the roof last night.
This does not want to open. You have to go from your side.
I'm going from my side. All right. This is driveway. Don't mind the mess. Everything's wet because it's been raining all day. But we're actually on that's an island, correct?
It is an island.
Yeah. So this is an island. That water's only like 2 feet deep.
It's not very deep.
But can you see how blue it is? Hopefully you can. I don't know. Yeah, you can see it. That's some blue water, isn't it? So we have a dock down here where they cleaned the fish earlier. We're going to have salmon for dinner. We're going to have salmon for breakfast. We're going to have salmon.
Salmon kebab, salmon hamburger, fried
Yeah.
salmon.
If I could sit down here, I'd do it, but I'm heading back down.
It's a little wet up here.
Yeah, it is. Salmon cereal, salmon ice cream,
Mm-hmm.
everything's salmon. All right. Dan broke his screen door.
It was broken.
Anyways, good times, guys. I'm going to turn it towards me so we don't accidentally pick something up we shouldn't have on YouTube. Nothing. Cordless hole punchers. Something I hadn't heard before. All right. All right, guys. Listen, George, there is no, they said pretty blurry. Was it really blurry? Crap, I'm sorry.
Should have Danny go on there and monitor as you were up there.
Mark, you are correct. There is going to be some maple glaze salmon.
Tonight.
George said there's a bear on your roof. Now, was it really blurry? Crap. I'm sorry if it was. All right, what else we got, guys? Anything else good?
We got another 13 days here, so
Yeah,
Yeah, you can tell
Yep.
about what's coming up.
we're gonna go to what's that town north?
Talkeetna.
Talkeetna, because we're gonna see the largest birch syrup manufacturer in the world. So we're gonna visit them. We're gonna be up there 2 days. Talkeetna. There's also a really good Alaskan baseball league. Did you know this? I think it's for college
No.
kids. My buddy Nate Fignelli told me about it today. So if you're in college and you want to play baseball through the summer, you can come out and play in Anchorage.
Hmm.
What a pretty place to play baseball.
Yeah.
I find it interesting that you're in focus and I'm not. Or is it my eyesight?
No,
No.
you're definitely more blurry.
How about now? You can see the grays in my beard. It's weird.
Grazing your beard, huh?
Yeah, we got a couple.
Yeah, I got a couple.
Can't read the writing on my hat. Okay, but here's a question. Could you see the blue water? Yes, we are going to. Now, somebody said today that Homer is the halibut capital.
Yeah, halibut capital of the world. And apparently, we're also supposed to go to Denali too.
We want to see it.
Well, I mean, these guys
Do you
here.
mean Mount McKinley?
Yeah, Mount McKinley. These guys here said if we're going to Talkeetna, he said
Let's do it.
you need to just go to
Yeah.
Denali.
They said that you can hop on a bus. They're like they do too. Like
They'll take you out there. Yeah. We did see the underground in Seattle.
Yeah, we did.
I went backwards a little bit. We did see the underground in Seattle. That was kind of cool. Oh, guys, we went on a boat ride.
we
Oh,
did.
yeah, that's right.
That, you're gonna like that. That's gonna be a cool episode. We went to Bellingham,
Mhm.
and Tom has a boat manufacturing company. Took a whole tour and of his facility, but he took us out and we picked up crab pots. Went back to his place, steamed them. That was cool. I'm probably underselling that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool to do it, and it was also unbelievable seeing all of the other crab pots that were out there in the same area. And they're literally everywhere.
And lots of seals.
Lots of seals. The white ones are baby ones. Is that what it is? White ones are baby ones. So I guess the maple things we're doing on this trip are going to be building a sugar house, doing a maple show, which we did a little bit of filming, not much, like a food show with one of our customers. Tubing, Brad flagged the woods for Daryl. Then what else was maple? I guess coming up
Tomorrow
here,
with Richard.
I'm going to be bottling with Richard tomorrow. We're definitely using maple on the salmon tonight.
Mhm.
That's going to happen.
We're gonna film that.
Oh, yeah.
And then what else do we do with maple? I mean, birch isn't maple, but they have tubing and monitoring, so we'll go up and see those guys. They watch the channel thanks to Richard, because Richard told them about us. And the whole reason that we're up here is because Richard watched the channel and got a hold of me, and we got to talking. We talk probably once a week, and it's been about a year, and somehow we ended up here because he sent me some videos of his grandson, catching salmon,
Mm-hmm.
and it was awesome. Well, cool. All right, guys. That was just a little update. We'll go to Homer. Do we have something in Anchorage we were going to do?
Homer,
Seward. Those are two of the
and-
places we had to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, just a little update. Appreciate you. We'll catch you later.